Oh my god, that's loud. Yeah, no, it's fine. Hey, this overvalued stock, Fubo, is gapping up pre-market, with the market gapping down. Who would have figured? Wasn't it overvalued or something? Sweden getting COVID? Dude, we have a COVID disaster here. Oh, ice cold Nocco. I love it. So, what I'm trying to say was so far it looks like Nasdaq found support, or the Qs found support on a rising 20-day pre-market. Look at where we bounced pre-market. Now, doesn't mean we will hold it, but for now at least, it's a positive sign. And Russell too. This is the first retest of the 20 days since it broke out early November. This Russell, and Russell has been leading since. So these are so far it's a good sign. So far we are holding fine. Today is the darkest day of the year. Only like 6.5 hours of daylight in Sweden. 6.5 hours. You haven't seen the sun in over 2 months? Loser. QS is gapping up too. These battery plays are really strong. Oh, what the hell is this IG? Is ICE also gonna run? IS? Oh, Pick. This is another EV related name. What's the news here? Damn, I'm behind. I was at the car wash. There was a line. Which means I'm a bit behind. Oh, it's a Kramer. Okay, that's great. Kramer. All I need to know. Damn. He has some juice. Nothing I'm super crazy about out of the gate. We'll see what triggers, what doesn't trigger. See what if anything stops us out. But so far it's just regular, like gap downs in a bullish tape are bullish. They usually resolve to the upside. All right, good luck everyone. Nope, BE didn't stop me out. BE, I'm still in. No reason to sell this yet. Yeah, this PLTR is such a tight name, man. I think it's gonna make a big move either way it resolves. I really hope it resolves to the upside. Peloton, what a beast. Square beast. So far things look really good. This gap down is holding up really well. Exactly what you want to see. Super strong. Ethereum, nice. Someone got poor and someone was rich. Zoom is resolving to the upside from this rising support. Did I cut DraftKings in pre-market? Nope, I did not. I didn't even see this thing this early. I wasn't around this early pre-market. It was briefly below my stop, but early pre-market there's a lot of games. Usually. And you look at where it opened. Opened right above the 10-day and now it's about to go green. Why can't you see all of my positions? Because the box is too small. New one. Well, it doesn't seem okay at all because the ADR is only 3.0. You shouldn't be trading this stock. No matter how good the setup. It's too slow a stock. Stick to the faster moving stocks. Yeah, Fiverr broke out on Friday. High tide flag breakout. Yeah, what about Tesla? I don't see anything in Tesla. What I think of WPRT? Nothing. Don't see anything here. Yeah, net is non-stop. Yep. Most stocks don't give a shit so far. Would you have sized down in pre-market due to gap down? Nope. I didn't do anything. I didn't do shit in pre-market. Who cares that the market is gapping down? As long as your stocks are holding, doesn't matter. All of my stocks are way above my stops. Nothing close. Well, DraftKings is the only exception where it actually traded briefly below my stop in early pre-market, but there's nothing I could have done anyways. It only traded like what, 10, 20,000 shares? Not even that, 10,000 shares maybe. In like 30 minutes. Don't tell me Beely's going up. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's now up 17% since I sold it. Yeah. And it's up, what? 72% since I bought it initially. This is what happens. Memorize these patterns. These flag patterns, especially the ones that break out on earnings. There's a fortune to be made there. Don't rocket science it. Tune out all the news, all the stupid opinions people have. Just focus on setups. All you need to do, focus on setups. And earnings. All you need to do. And you will start catching these things left and right. At least in a bull run. Not in a bear market, obviously. With Penn, yeah, Penn had a breakout a couple of weeks ago. DraftKings only broke out a few days ago. It's too early to tell. THCP, PLT, What an epic bull. Oh shit, INAC going straight up. Is there anything not going straight up? Pretty much. Is this the open? My favorite pumper stock. Oh, this is the one I made like 400% on back in April. Or 500-600% even. Yeah, I remember this one. That was a nice one. Sure. QS. What a mover! This thing is gonna go to 120. It's gonna make a big. I think it goes to 120, man. With the story behind it in this market. Soxol is actually breaking down. Interesting. Losing the 20-day? Interesting. This has been one of the leading sectors, semiconductors, over the past 2 months. Holy shit, QS. Yeah, well, AMD, because it's a semiconductor, yep. And then NVIDIA. Oh, laser is starting to go again. Interesting. Edit, an okay looking one. The whole sector is breaking out. CRSP, NTLA, all these CRISPR stocks. Yeah, the fuel cell stocks are strong too, to keep grinding higher. Qs are fading a bit. So we rallied into these declining moving averages on the 60, and now we are, so okay, interesting. Interesting. T-Dog, yeah, T-Dog is breaking out of a nice weekly formation. Corsair is not breaking out. Nope, absolutely not. It's way above yesterday's, it's way below yesterday's highs. That is definitely not a breakout. That's not what a breakout is. Yeah, Airbnb, I was thinking about doing opening range lows, but I didn't. It would have been so much better if we had gotten a gap up. This gap down, I hate when these types of setups gap down. It would have been so much better if we had gapped up to 160s or something. Then I would have hit this thing with 20,000 shares. But now, yeah, well, yeah, whatever. But for you day traders, that was a really good shorting setup. Yeah, Airbnb. That was a good setup no matter what. But we have another one potentially for tomorrow or the next few days. AI. This Palantir is starting to look interesting. It's right on the 20-day right now. NTZ. Yeah, looks okay. Looks okay. It does. It looks ready. Damn Airbnb. Ah, that was a miss. Alright. VLDR isn't terrible. Looks good. No. Oh yeah. ARKG, which is I guess one of these speculation indicators. This one is strong, even though Qs are weak. This one is strong. Genomic. What are the other ones? ARK F. This one is strong too. This one is so slow. ARK F. Wait, there's more. ARK K. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. These things look great. ARK Q. ARK R. No. I know what ARKG is. But those are like speculation indicators. Every bull market, every mania has their own like gurus, or let's say what do you want to call it? Geniuses. I think Elon Musk and Cathie Woods are two of the main ones this cycle. So as long as their stuff is doing good, it's risk on. But if this ARK ETFs start losing, you know, support when Tesla starts going down, that would get me worried. Right now it looks fine, even though like the main indices like Qs and semis are a bit weaker. Coins still going. What's happening with Edit? Edit is going higher. It broke out of a high tide flag. What sector? CRSP and NTLA are not as fast as Edit, but they are in the same sector. These are the types of stocks you should be trading. ADR 9.6. It's up 20% on the day. It's up 20% in like 10 minutes. Not this stupid ADR. Like I get this all the time. Like ADR 2.5, ADR 3.9. Like Jesus Christ. These are the stocks you should be trading. CRSP, perfect high tide flag. I didn't trade it since it's maybe a bit too thin for me, or thinner side, and I'm already heavily long. But these are the stocks you should be trading. ADR 6.9. Yeah, I know. Biotechs have been breaking out. Yep. They have. A lot of word markets are also breaking out of like 5-10 year ranges. Why is this thing here? Okay, my Soxel short is not performing well. This is good. It's very good it found support here. I want to get stopped out of this short at a loss. That's the best thing that could happen. NIO, is there a setup here? Guys, you know my setups. If there's no setup, what do you think I'm gonna say about the stock? Do you think I'm gonna like a stock if it has no setup? Does this look like a good breakout setup, NIO, today? NVAX is setting up. Yes, yes. I actually got stopped out of it on Friday from the Thursday buy, but it's setting up again. It's not going away. And also mRNAs, you know, it's holding the rising 20-day support. The sector is BNTX found support on the 50-day. These are the leading vaccine names, so yeah, they look constructive. Stop pumping Fiverr? I haven't been pumping Fiverr. Should you avoid buying breakouts on a day like this day? Not necessarily, but yeah, you know, the risk is a little bit heightened since the indices have been going straight up. But as long as like there are many setups that are breaking out, it's no problem. It's when you really start running out of setups that's where I think problems will arise. But I do think, you know, there are setups here and there. But yes, ideally, best time to buy breakouts is when the markets are coming out of a correction or a long range break. Like early November, that was what, you know, great time to buy breakouts. And also like late November when the indices came out of this tight range. What I think about space, I don't see a setup here. Guys, I'm gonna say the same thing. If there's no setup, I'm not gonna like it. It's that easy. If you have watched the YouTube's video, you know what the setups look like. Yeah, cheapy. Looks like a decent one. Hot sector, that's the main thing. If it starts going up on volume, that could really go. HIMX, yeah, undercut the 20, found support on the 20, and now it's back in range. I think it could be ready for tomorrow. CVAC, yeah, I think maybe a few more days. Fubo. Did Monaco trader cover his fundamental short yet? Because he's down like 50-60% by now. That's not a great thing if he hasn't covered it. EH? What's that? Autonomous vehicles. Yeah, it looks okay. I guess I would prefer more sideways. I added to my Soxel short, and I also got short some this PLTR. It's now losing the 20-day. Can it hold? Will it hold here or not? That's the key. I'm just hedging like my overall long portfolio. I'm heavily long, so we'll see what works. If we close weak, I'm gonna size down my long portfolio and keep the shorts. And if we close strong, I'm gonna get rid of the shorts and keep the longs. Right now we are fading a little bit for now. I added to my PLTR. I'm short 150k shares now. Yeah, PLTR was hard to borrow. I had to get a locate for it, which is kind of unusual on large cap. But sometimes when you get a momentum name like this, it happens. It's happened on Tesla too several times. Just because it's acting like a momentum stock, so the demand is there for the short sometimes. Right now, looks like a lot of things are fading. From the opening strength. Now is a good time to see which ones are holding up and which ones are not holding up well. Like Fubo is obviously holding up really well. You don't need to be genius to understand that. While something like, I don't know. I think most of them are holding up pretty well. Most of the stocks I have. Tupperware, yeah. Tupperware is indicator of the speculative money. Guys, come on, J&G, FedEx. Who cares about these stocks? They're low ADR stocks. You should never look at these things. They're totally irrelevant to what we're trying to do here. Well, as long as the mutation, like as long as the vaccine works on the mutated variant, I think it's all right. It would suck if the vaccine doesn't work on the mutated virus. That would suck. Redfin, yeah, it is a beast. Yep. This thing was up like what? 28 out of 30 sessions or something? 27 out of 30 sessions, and it refuses to go down. That's the demand. It's a real estate. The real estate is really hot right now. The real estate market in the US is like all-time highs. The whole sector is on fire. So yeah. Huh, Fubo. I sold like a third of my Fubo so far, up 50, almost 55% from the entry. This is what a good breakout looks like. This is what a fast-growing stock can do in a bull market. Last quarter revenue growth, 950% year over year. That is insane. Now I don't care about the earnings quality or anything. Like obviously this thing is gonna lose money. You know, it's a small cap company. Small cap fast grower, but you know, these things don't matter. It's all about the overall revenue growth in this type of a market. That's just the market we are in. A lot of people haven't, still after so many years, haven't been able to adapt. Like a revenue growth is what this market rewards. Revenue growth and just a hint of explosive revenue growth. Not gonna last forever, but this is what is getting rewarded right now. Chewy, yeah, gonna be a great short opportunity over the next few sessions if it can keep go towards 120, 130. Gonna be a great one, straight up. And this CrowdStrike too, if it can keep go towards, I don't know, 250 or something. There are things setting up. You know, some things are getting a little bit extended, so that's a little bit worrying. Something to keep in mind. SI. Oh, this coin name looks so strange up. Let's see here. Soxo. I'm watching my positions like a hawk here. Gotta do it. When you're heavily long, you have to do it. Lift. Fully clean break from the 10 to close the trade. Well, it depends on where it closes. Like if it closes kind of right on the, like if it closes like this, I would still hold it overnight, just because it kind of still closes above the lows of the day. But if it closes like say, like mid 47s or low 47s and closes near the lows of the day, I would get out. But if it closes like this, I would hold it. And then use today's lows as my final stop. So it depends on the candle and stuff like that. Because you see these things all the time, like a stock, usually on the 10 and 20, like you get an undercut of them, and then the stock reverses and closes way higher end of the day. That's why I always want to wait to end of the day, because you get these intraday games that are irrelevant. SPE. Not acting that great. BE. Yeah, it's weak. It's right on the 20. It wouldn't be pretty if it loses the 20 day. Wouldn't be pretty. I get a feeling like I should probably size down on my longs a little bit here. I don't know. It's too early to tell. It's just the intraday games. Russell is on the 10 day. Spies are below the 20. Okay. Show me a good short setup. Can it be? Sure. If it goes to 60, 70 in a straight line, absolutely. UAVS. Yeah. Oh wow, it's actually back to the highs it was back in April. This is a total fraud, a total scam. But yeah, doesn't matter in this market. When did I sell my Pinterest? I was never in it. Or was I? I don't think I've been in this thing. Nope. I don't. Wait, didn't I buy? Yeah, no, I bought the breakout here, didn't I? And then I sold it like, I don't know, somewhere here maybe. I didn't follow my own sell rules. That's like 2-3 months ago I sold it. I think you are operating on old information. Yeah, there's no reason to panic because the market is having a few downticks. Let the stocks tell you if you should sell something or not. Like, obviously, I got short some things, and some things are very close stopping me out. I already got stopped out of SPE. We'll see. I added more to this Palantir. I have 200k shares of Palantir now, short. Coming out of a tight range. Yeah, I'm looking at the news too. If I'm studying a stock historic, I'm always looking at the news and earnings. No, I usually have different stops for my shorts. Have I backtested short interest? No. High short interest stocks tend to underperform the market, but sometimes they can have quick spikes higher in some market environments. But nothing I pay attention to. I really don't give a shit. Oh, PE looks like I got stopped out of this thing. It could very easily set up again, like something like as early as tomorrow, but right now it stopped me out. But it's kind of still holding the range. It's actually built another higher low, but did stop me out. And also DraftKings, if it closes weak, I'm just gonna sell it, just because I don't like it. It should have gone more. Especially if the market closes weak. DraftKings is probably one of the ones I'm gonna get rid of. Even if it closes like this and the market closes weak, I'll probably get rid of it. Just to decrease my exposure a little bit. But again, it's too early to tell. We're just, 54 minutes after the open. It's gonna be easier later. 5-10 minutes before the close. That's when you gotta make those decisions. Well, because I only have tiny size left. I got stopped out of 3/4 of my exposure, so I was patient with the last quarter. Because I know a lot of people chased this move just because I was looking at it. So I knew there was a lot of people gonna get stopped out at the same time. So I kept it tiny bits to see, just how it reacts. And right now it's back into range. And I'll rebuy it. If it reclaims VWAP. And it's just like SPE did twice. Took out the lows of the day, and then it later in the day it started the grinding back. NIO. Yeah, it's yeah, absolutely. Good strength, but no setup. Strength means nothing if you don't have a setup. It's just throwing darts. Only a setup is gonna give you an edge. Otherwise, you're just playing with randomness. So far, Palantir is actually building higher lows still. It's not quite breaking down yet. But the good thing with this stock is you can have tight stops. It's so tight on the 60-minute. So that's the good thing. And you can do a lot of size. Like I'm short 200,000 shares. I'm probably gonna do another 100,000 if it takes out the lows later. But right now, we'll see. It's holding very well. XRT, what's this? Yeah, it's another vaccine name. Holding up kind of well. I like NVAX more. Palantir, well, if Palantir starts going green, that would be a good point to stop yourself out. How many brokers went down today? None. What's the news? It's a hot sector. Speculative stocks, hot sector, in a strong market. That's all you need. You don't need any news. It's all momentum. Sell lie is a type of a setup. Not really my type of a setup, but this kinds of setups can work. Edit going crazy. Yeah, wow, yeah. This is what happens when you focus on high ADR stocks instead of some low ADR stocks. Most of you shouldn't even be looking at stocks that have ADR less than say 5. It's a waste of time. You have no business doing it. Yet I saw people mentioning Johnson & Johnson, ADR 1.4, Federal Express. I mean, really? ADR 2.6? You're never gonna make any big money trading shit like this. For trading, you need fast-moving stocks. Snow? It is setting up. It's actually setting up. Look at how well it's surfing the 20-day, building higher lows. I think it could be a good setup starting tomorrow on the long side. I kind of like it. Kind of like it, to be honest. What would be most optimal stop loss? Guys, if you're asking for stops on Palantir, you shouldn't be shorting. Like really, guys. Guys, if you haven't made at least like $1 million yet, just on the long side, you shouldn't be shorting. I really, you know, I really would advise against it. It's a whole different game. It's much harder. It can be very lucrative, but it's so much harder to trust me on that one. Oh, paper trading shorts, yeah. Well, a good point to stop yourself out is if the stock goes green. Why would, you know, that would be a good point. A good exit. There is no reason to be short a breakdown if the breakdown fails. It's the same logic as you go buy a breakout. If the breakout fails, there's no reason to be long the stock. Like you buy a breakout and the stock goes red, there's no reason to be in it. Probably, most of the time. The same logic with breakdowns. If the stock goes green, there's no reason to be in it. The stock is telling you it doesn't want to go down yet. All you have to do is listen. Now, the stock can obviously change its mind 2 seconds later, but your job is to always listen to what the stocks are telling you, what the market is telling you. QS highs of the day. Nice. What a beast. And look at it now. It looks like it's starting to speed up. The candles are getting longer. Holy shit. What if it goes to 120 this week? That would be so epic. That would be so epic. Why can't this SPE follow? I think SPE will follow eventually. They're the same. They're both like these battery SPACs. We'll see. What's the setup in QS? There is no setup on QS. But there was a setup there last week. Small cap EV showing strength? Yes. WBAI, what's that? WBAI. Oh, we'll buy. I haven't been trading this one in a long time. This was a momentum. Oh yeah, this was a recent. Yeah, this was an IPO. Yeah, it was hot after IPO. I remember this one. I think I even traded it. Let's see here. So they had some short reports, and the shorts were right. Shorts were right on this one. Wait, so what's the news on WBI? Crypto? Oh, nice. All we need, crypto. You found out Trade Zero International offers 6x leverage overnight. That's probably the type of broker you want to avoid. Just saying, that's probably the type of broker you want to avoid. 6x leverage overnight. That's insane. That's just irresponsible. Oh, okay. Day trade overnight buying power is 6x. Overnight is 2x. Okay. Oh, international, you get 6x. Trade Zero. Where is Trade Zero based? Isn't it like Bahamas or something? Bahamas and Brooklyn. Yeah, there's a lot of brokers out there that are pretty good. Oh yeah, so they're both international and US. Okay. AM, they're going to zero. Yeah, maybe. Everyone is starting with their own chips. That's pretty interesting. Like Intel is getting. Is Intel gonna be a thing in 5 years? Pretty interesting. That Apple M1 chip is just insane. Holy fuck. Yeah, Intel, they've been dominating for so long. This is what happens many times with companies that dominate for so long. Same thing happened with IDM, same thing happened with Kodak. Like they get lazy, they stop innovating. The employees get fat and lazy. The management gets even fatter and lazier. There's more people in management than there are actually people innovating. And then the new hungry companies come and take your business. It happens over and over again. It's kind of funny to see it real time on a company like Intel. It's sad. It really is. As soon as you start innovating, this is what happens. Like everyone's been complaining about Intel for years. Oh, like their CPUs have like minimal upgrades year over year. And recently they got in a lot of, AMD has been taking market share from them, and now Apple came with the M1 chip, and like Microsoft, was it Microsoft or was it Google? Was it even both? They're gonna, like, everyone's gonna do their own chips now that are better than Intel's. Amazon and Microsoft, yeah. Yeah, well, right now most of our PCs are running on Intel, but in 3 years, like my next computer is probably not gonna run on Intel, that's for sure. It's either gonna be AMD or maybe even something else, I don't know. It's not easy to make chips. Yet Apple made the best chip ever. Like literally. The M1 chip. Holy fuck. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the tool makers. Buy the pick and shovel stocks. Buy the rails. Yep, that's true. What's the one? Wait, there is. Which is the one? ASMR? No, ASMB? No. What's ASML, right? ASML. Yeah, this is the one. Right? Don't they do these print the chips or something? Semiconductor lithography. I don't know what it means, but I think this is the like picks and shovel stock for semiconductors. Doesn't matter which one is doing well, these ones are gonna, do well anyways. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and TSM too. Okay. Exactly. These are the stocks you want to own. It's a little bit the same logic. You want to own the exchanges. Like exchanges are really good business. It doesn't matter which stocks are doing good, right? As long as people are trading these stocks. Look at ICE. Look at NASDAQ. Look at CME. Now this is obviously futures. They've all been doing pretty well. Now obviously there have been a lot of stocks that have been doing much better, but you get the logic. You don't have to be a genius. You can own like some kind of if you own the rails, it doesn't matter who runs the trains, right? If you have a monopoly on the picks and shovels, it doesn't matter who finds the gold. Yeah, you can emulate Windows on the M1, and it's gonna run better than on an Intel laptop. Check it on YouTube. They done a lot of tests with the M1 chip. It's insane. It's literally it's super insane. It's like it's crazy. Watch the tests on YouTube, or you just Google the M1 chip. The tests. It's insane. Like the MacBook Air with the M1 chip is more powerful than the old generation MacBook Pro, like maxed out MacBook Pro. It's pretty insane. Is Run a good setup? Nope. I don't see a setup here right now. Can you DM people in here? Yes, I think you can. Yeah, if you left click on someone's name You can whisper to them. That's the same thing as DM. RCKT, is it a good setup? No, not yet. I think it needs a little bit more sideways. And now BE is right back up. Okay, it's good. It's good. You know, I'm gonna rebuy it. If it triggers, I'll rebuy it. Hopefully, it doesn't trigger today. Yeah, the whole sector is going. Yeah, CRSP was like a 4.5 star setup coming into it. I would have preferred a little bit more sideways for the 20-day to catch up, but yeah, if you look at the 60-minute, it was perfect. But again, I personally passed on it since I already had a lot of exposure. And this Edit and TLAs, they're all the same sector. PLTR, yeah, I already got stopped out of a quarter. I had 200,000 shares. Okay, that's fine. So now we tested the lower end of the range again, built a higher low. Built a higher low. And you know, if this thing breaks to the upside, I think it's gonna go to 40 bucks. Easily. Why can't it go up? Like this first leg higher, it went up over 200%. Why can't it go up, I don't know, 50%? If it breaks out again in this market? We'll see. Oh, Solar's back to Solar ETF all-time highs, pretty much. Very strong. One of the strongest sectors. There's kind of a lot of strong sectors, but I guess Solars are one of the strongest, if not the strongest. What do you consider 20-day being too far or just perfect? What's the context? What about the 20-day? You see the setup on Pinterest? Yeah, I see the setup on Pinterest. It looks like a really good flag setup. But right now it's at the lower end of the range. So right now it's... But if it would break out tomorrow, that would be a 5-star setup. How do you decide where the 20-day MA looks attractive? I don't know. I don't understand the question. I don't decide it. How do you decide where the 20-day looks attractive? What's the context? Well, it depends on how fast they're moving. The faster the ADR, the more likely you're gonna use the 10-day moving average as your trailing stop. On slower stocks, I like to use the 20. Well, it depends. Like, well, it's good if, well, you shouldn't use on a 7% plus ADR. I don't think you should use the 20-day as a trailing stop. You should use a 10-day. But you can obviously, like, if a stock is like surfing the 20-day, using that as a support, you shouldn't ignore the 20-day. You should all have the 10, 20, and 50 days on the charts. Those are all relevant. But as a trailing stop, you should only use the 10-day as a, trailing stop. Edit. Well, you know, if you bought it today, like opening range, like you know, like in the 60s where it broke out, or in low 67s, 66s, 67s. Well, these types can be tricky. Like it wouldn't be crazy if you sold a third into this move. You know, just because it's just straight up. I mean, look at. I mean, yeah, it's just, you know, usually don't get a move like this. Like this thing has an ADR of 11%. This is the triple the average daily range. So it wouldn't be crazy to sell a third or something, and then use the like a break-even stop and trail the rest with a 10-day moving average. Just because it's straight up, it's a big move. Seems toppy to you? It's the first day of a breakout. EH. Yeah, someone mentioned it before it broke out. Yeah, well, it's too late now, but Fubo not done yet? Nope. Holy shit. Straight up. Now this is the type of stock you want to trail with a 10-day. Like look at this thing. It's up 75% in 4 sessions. So this is definitely something you want to trail with a 10-day. 11% ADR. While something like, I don't know, AMD, which is a slower one, ADR 3.5, this one you want to use the 20-day. Just because it's more likely to pull back to the 20-day. It's not one of these ultra momentum names. It's just a slower name, you know. In QS, the same thing. You want to use the 10-day, right? Because the 10-day, for example, it's above the entry point where it broke out. It's above the entry. But if you look at the 20-day, like 20-day, the 20-day is like 20% below my entry, right? So, and the ADR is 20%, you know, you shouldn't be, you know, using the 20-day as your trailing stop on this. So the indices are weak, but I see a lot of stocks showing strength. The coin-related things, yeah, most things are looking very good. Palantir is stopping out. I have stopped out of most of my short now. 3/4 of my short. FNGU. Maybe I should size down on FNGU little bit. Yala have a setup. Nope. House OPTT. I don't see anything special here. You want some SP, valuations don't matter right now. It's all about momentums and setups. SPE was overvalued at 17, and yet it had a breakout that went up 150% in 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. It's gonna matter eventually, but right now it doesn't matter. Don't look at setup. Don't look at valuations. You know, when you're trading and investing, yes, but all that matters in a momentum market is momentum. The most overvalued names are the ones that have been doing the best. Oh my God, Fubo! This one was definitely overvalued at 30. Didn't matter. It went up 60. It's up what? 60% since entry, 65% since entry. All that matters, momentum, and it's all supply and demand right here. You want long-term shares of SB? Well, then it's another thing. Absolutely. How do you feel about doing several stocks in the same sector? Is it better than doing size in just one? Well, if you're very sure that one of the stocks in the sector is gonna do better than the others, but you know, if you really like a sector, you can buy a little bit of everything. It depends. Yeah, it depends. Yeah, for traders like us, valuation is irrelevant. The most overvalued stocks are the ones that make the best moves. That's what I've been seeing year after year since I started trading in 2011. The crappiest stocks are the ones that tend to make the biggest moves. Not always, but many times. But if you're an investor, like if you buy like some of the hot momentum stocks right now, I think you're not gonna be happy, you know, over the next 3 to 5 years. I don't think many of these momentum stocks are gonna have great returns over the next 3 to 5 years. I really don't. But right now, it doesn't matter. But we are not gonna be in these in the next 3 to 5 years. So for us, it doesn't matter. Yeah, 1 hour bear market is over. And IO, yeah, if we can just tighten up a little bit here, go sideways, let the 50-day catch up, that would be a very good setup. This GP is interesting. So thin though. Ugh, super thin. Yeah, I saw SNDL. GTHX. I think it needs to go sideways a bit more. I just accidentally closed the chat. So if you wrote anything in the last minute, oh, never mind. I can still see the chat. Oh, they have updated it because usually. Oh, I think they've updated the software. Usually when you close down the chat, it was empty when you got back in. They've improved it, looks like. Very good. ESK? I don't think you can do that. I wish I could get an ESK at IB. Has anyone got an ESK at IB? I don't think you can. What is Pareto? Pareto? Is it a broker? But what is Pareto? Pareto broker? Oh. Okay, yeah, I think I googled these ones before. Are they any good for US stocks? More expensive? What's the commissions? So anyone in here using Pareto as from for US stocks? ESK, it's a Swedish type of account where you pretty much don't pay any taxes. You pay like I mean like a minimal amount, like less than like 1% every year, no matter if you made any money or not. So it's a really good account to trade in or to invest in. Pareto. So how are the like fields? And can you do any shorting and like ETFs and stuff like that in Pareto? You can do ETF shorting. You can do everything. What? Really? How do you open an account with them? Like, can I get like the link to the where you open the account? I have to call Olof. What's his number? Paretosec.com. Let's see here. Okay. What platform do you use? What platform do you guys use? In front? And you said the commissions were like 13 bucks? Lightspeed? Okay, much better. Fidelity? What the fuck are you guys talking about? Well, if you trade the US stocks, you should always have it in dollars. Otherwise, you're gonna get killed on the. Like, is Pareto legit? Are they really legit? How long have you guys been with Pareto? They've been around since 1995? Okay. Wait, you pay percentage in commissions? Wait. Do you pay a percentage commissions? That is insane. 0.06%? Someone said $13. So which one is it? Both? What do you mean both? You pay $13 and then you pay 0.0. Okay, no thanks. Are you kidding me? So on a trade like Palantir, where I shorted 200, so what? How much did I have? I had over 5 million and then I covered $5 million. Okay, let's do some math. So total of $10 million traded. This is the dollar amount I traded in Palantir so far, times 0.06%. So first let's divide it by 100 so we get percent, times 0.06. 6,000 bucks is what I would pay in commissions. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, parody, no way. This is the problem with all the Nordic brokers. They suck. They have these stupid percentage fees. It's the worst thing ever. Anytime I see a percentage-based commission, I'm running the other way. It's disgusting. No matter how big your account is, percentage-based commissions are, you should just avoid them. It's not worth it. I don't care if they have ISK or not. I could trade around with any of the Swedish brokers. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, boomer Nordic brokers. It's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. 6,000 bucks. Like, I don't know how much I paid in commissions for this Palantir, but I don't know. Maybe a couple of $100, if not that, if even that. I don't know. Versus 6,000, yeah, yeah. Easy on the boomers. Yeah, you should probably get the interactive brokers. You can cut your commit even if they don't have ESCO. Like, how do you make money trading? Especially like, how do you make money paying 0.06% in commissions per trade? That's insane. You pay what? 0.06, 0.12% per trade. That's gonna eat into your profits pretty, especially if you're like a day trader. That's gonna eat up all your profits. Should I put it in my? But boomer-owned businesses need they need more customers, right? There's a lot of horrible brokers out there. I'm not gonna put everything in my about page. It's better to just put the good ones. And I've already put them in my about page. Interactive Brokers and Centerpoint Securities. I still think those are the best ones. No matter if you trade from Europe or if you trade from the US, I think those are the two of the best ones. Maybe not the best ones, but at least they're very, very good. You have never read my about page? Fucking David. Yeah, IB is probably one of the more stable ones. Centerpoint is also, or Sterling is, and Dust Trader are also really stable ones. The other ones like Thinkorswim and Ameritrade and Robinhood, they're just horrible. They're down all the time. I read that Robinhood was down. Wait, what's the number? I read like a Bloomberg article or something. Between 1st of January and 30th of November, Robinhood that was down like 60 times or something. It's just insane. 60 times, like once or twice per week. That's just. I mean, I don't get why people are. I like honestly like. It's just horrible. Cobra, I heard a lot of good about Cobra. They're very similar to Centerpoint. I never used them. I don't use them just because they're just like super similar to Centerpoint. There's no point in opening another broker that's very similar to what I already have. TradeStation, yeah, I heard a lot of good about TradeStation too. Any good for shorting? I think, yeah, TradeZero and Cobra are good for shorting too, I think. SNDL, yeah, it's going up. Yeah, there's a lot of extent. I think this is the time to just trim and trail, maybe not being super aggressive with buying breakout. There are some things setting up, especially like these SPAC names. There's a bunch of them setting up. But other than that, there is really not much. I agree. There's just not many. Especially not in like, yeah, no. Gotta be careful. But if you did it right, you bought all the breakouts you needed about 3, 4, 5 weeks ago. That's where everything started breaking out, and now just sitting in stuff. If you did things right, then you don't have to sit here and buy a bunch of breakouts now. Like most of the things I'm in, I've been in them for like a month and a half. Most of them. 2 months. because that's where they had their primary breakouts. And then there are a few stocks I bought like last week and stuff like that, but there's only a few. PLTR. I only have a small position left on this thing. It couldn't break down, so it undercut the 20 and now it's back into range. It's bullish. Like, oh, I really hope it resolves to the upside in the next few days. I really hope this thing goes to like 40 or 50 or something. That would be epic. And then it's gonna be an insane shorting opportunity too. It's gonna be a great long and a great short eventually. So I really hope it resolves to the upside. Yeah, it's looking insanely tight, and it's one of these, very liquid stocks. You can do a lot of size with those with big accounts. There's no, you can do 500,000 shares of this thing if you want to, very easily. I wouldn't do it, but you can if you want to, even 1,000,000 shares if you have a very big account. That's what's so great about it. These liquid stocks these liquid large caps that act as like small caps, those are the best ones. Do you know any traders? I actually don't know. I know a few ones, not anyone I'm like in touch with, but I'm aware of some traders that have, that are bigger than, trade bigger size than I do and have bigger accounts. But they've also been like trading 10, 15, 20 years longer than I have. So, but I don't know any traders that have been trading as long as I have or shorter than I have that have like as big accounts. It's almost like having the returns I've had is pretty uncommon. Like there's a few guys I've been following over the years, like this. If you look at Profit, this Croy Runner. Like I know this guy. Like he hasn't updated his P&L on this Profitly site for years and years. He's probably made 50, 100 million by now. Greg is his name. He's also on Twitter, but he's not active on Twitter. Let's see, here's the chart. Yeah, he hasn't updated his trades since 2014. He's probably made 50, 100 million by now. But one trader who's been trading about as long as I have, Tim Grittani, one of the Tim Sykes students. Like he's still active on Profitly and updates his returns. Like I've surpassed him. Like I've gone parabolic this year. He's up to like almost 13 million in profits. I'm up to, much more. Like he was like I've been looking at his performance for a few years. Like he was ahead of me for years and years. Yeah, and he started about this actually like 6 months later than I did, or actually pretty much the same time, like mid 2011. And he was ahead of me for years and years. But this year I just gone parabolic, and he hasn't. So because he's still day trading, he hasn't figured out how to scale his trading. And he's also much more consistent than I am. He's trading a bit differently. Let's see. View more. View profit. No, this is what I was looking at. What I think of Steven? Who's Steven? I don't know who Steven is. Yeah, Ozark trades too, but he's also more like a day trader, so His name is what's his name? I don't remember what his name is. He's around with the Team Sykes community, not Team Sykes, Investors Live. He was I met him at the Traders for a Cause like 4 or 5 years ago also. He trades these parabolic trades, like he trades a lot. He shorts a lot of these small cap pumps and stuff like that. My total P&L, I think I'm closing in on for 35 million. The best trader is Mike Hawk. Who's that? Any links? Yeah, Tom Kelly is a beast too. My total P&L year. Oh, this year's P&L. I don't know. 25 maybe. Am I sure I want the link? Yes. I always want to find good traders. I want the inspiration. I want the inspiration. I want to see how they trade. How they trade, what they trade. I'm always looking for like great traders. I want to push myself. I always want to get to the next level. So when you say Mike Hawk is a huge trader, I want links. Is he active on social media? No, my next level is not options. Options is for losers. Mike Hawk is almost as good as Mike Hunt. Oh, okay, I get it now. You bastards. Is he related to Mike Litteris? Choke on 777. Who is that? Is he on Twitter? What's his returns? Anyone who is not up 500% this year, I'm not interested. Bend over. Oh, it's the whole. It's you guys are hilarious, man. Choke on 777. Guys, instead of putting in names, put links. Like, I'm too lazy to do a search for someone like Choke on 777. So your wife heard me call all of you bastards? She probably thinks I'm an asshole. Hey David, does your wife think I'm an asshole? Of course. Okay. Yeah, that's the problem. The best traders are many of the best traders are not really active on social media because they don't give a shit. They're not selling anything. They don't have to, you know, get any attention. They just want to be left alone. That's the problem. Many of the most vocal people on Twitter, they're usually selling something, and they are not, you know, they're not making any money, or very little. Not all of them, but 99.9% of them. There are a few legit people out there that are also selling things, but they are, you know, they're very few. Jason Bond is the legit one, yeah. I don't know any big Swedish traders. I don't know. Why am I not selling anything? Because if I would sell something, you guys wouldn't be afford it anyways. So what's the point? Do you know any traders in Estonia? Nope. Who is Julia Skripka-Seri? She's a biotech trader. No, I'm not gonna show my P&L. You know what happens if I show my P&L? Trader who? Oh, you guys with these stupid trader names. Skattemyndighet, only if you, Skatteverket you mean? Only if you don't pay your taxes. I always pay my taxes. I have nothing to hide. My goals for next year, buy great long setups and short great short setups. Those are my goals for next year. Looks like I got stopped out of the last Palantir now, and now it's back into range, and it looks so good. I mean, this thing is gonna, if it closes like 27 bucks or like high 26s, I won't be able to sleep tonight. Like if this thing and if it breaks out tomorrow, I'm gonna buy 300,000 shares. I'm gonna go heavy. How will you adapt to bigger account size next year? Well, that's assuming I'm gonna grow my account significantly in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trading sessions. I hope I will. I hope I'll double my account in before year end. Probably not gonna happen. I have already adapted to my bigger trading size. I've been adapting to it past 3, 4 months. DM. Alright, indices are bouncing again. Probably gonna get stopped out of my Soxel short this time around. BFD, yeah, it's another SPAC. There's so many of these. Yeah. Oh, SBE is coming back. I started rebuying cautiously. It's doing the same thing again. QS did twice. The shakeout and then slow grind back. Is my stop loss on HOD on PLTR? Nope, I'm out. Yeah, these battery names are all going. DM, SPE, QS. That's, yeah, these are the speculative leaders. Speculative leaders. Yeah, Fubo hitting new highs. Oh, what a home run. What a home run. I still have about yeah, about 60% of my shares. But it could also legit be a short setup tomorrow. If it closes strong today and then gaps up tomorrow, it could be a short setup, like a day trading short setup. Maybe not a swing trading short setup, but yeah, we'll see. LGVW. What is this? Oh, it's a global leader. Okay, it's a global leader. Yeah, it looks good. It has the keyword global leader. Should be enough for that thing to double once it breaks out. Fubo is the next XBEV. ABML. Oh, this is a thin one. Super thin stock. MGNI is what? All good chart. Well, if you bought it on a breakout 3 sessions or one to 2 sessions ago, yeah, you're all good. Yeah, MSTR, they have like, they're kind of heavily leveraged to Bitcoin. You could say that. Didn't Elon Musk talk about putting some of Tesla's balance sheet into Bitcoin? No? Yes? He was trolling? Dogecoin? Okay. Dogecoin? He's gonna put the... He created a meme. Oh. I read it somewhere. This is why you should never trust any news sources because they are incompetent, pretty much. I literally read somewhere that Elon Musk was talking about over the weekend about putting some of Tesla's balance sheet into Bitcoin. That's why you should never trust these news sources. Yeah, Bitcoin is like fiat money. And Dogecoin is not. Will you buy a VMAR electric boat? Are they doing boats or engines? EV boats, Vision Marine Technologies. Let's see. Oh, come on! I want to get rid of this window. Let's see, what is this? Oh, the outboards. Well, if they're only doing a small engine, no, I'm not gonna buy a Vimar boat. In the future, I will buy an electric boat, definitely. But right now, like, the engines for the boating sector is not as they're a little bit behind when it comes to electrification. What's their biggest boat? They kind of look kind of cute. They look kind of cute. But yeah. Man, I'm dreaming about an electric boat. Like, I want my boat to be electric. That would be great. The solo boat. Is it the solo boats? Candelaspeedboat.com. There's no such company. You provided the wrong link. Candela Speed. Okay, I had to Google it. Oh, now made in Sweden? Really? Oh, it's flying. It's a flying boat. What the fuck? So we gotta get flying boats before we get flying cars? Really? Pretty interesting. Like the fuel consumption can't be high on these things. There's like no resistance. Like there's nothing. Only these two sticks are in the water. How's the steering on this thing? But man, that looks pretty interesting. What models do they have? Product. Do they only have one boat? This is the one. Of course you're gonna own a Tesla if you're gonna own a boat like this. Of course you're gonna have a Tesla. Pretty cool. Oh, that's what it looks like. Okay, I thought it was just a stick in the water. I'm like, how the hell is that thing even gonna work? But okay, this is what it looks like. I thought it looked like magic. Cool. Man, there's so many exciting new things coming out. Oh, I didn't see the price. What's the price? Nosebleed? Is the price nosebleed? Price. You know it's gonna be expensive when you can't even see the price. Where is the price? No, but seriously, what's the price? You saw the price point. What's the price? Because I can't find any order page. Where? Oh, here. I still don't see the price. $2 million for this one. Yeah. Well, if you have the money and you're enthusiast, it could be worth it, you know. But yeah, 2 million, yeah, 2 million SEK for a boat like this, it's a little bit on the expensive side. It's true. But you're gonna be an early adopter. That's always, you know, if you're, you know, anytime you're gonna be an early adopter, you're gonna pay a premium. Yeah, I live in Afghanistan and I want an electric boat. Can you ship it to Afghanistan? I live in the mountains. Taliban Street 527. Can you deliver it there? Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not too bad. Airdrop via US Air Force? Yeah. Oh, things are starting to trigger. Wait, this is data management solutions. Okay, it's a buy. I'm just kidding. Wait, which one triggered? NIU? This is like, wait, what's Solo? FUE and Solo are also setting up. And then you already have this little one, cheap electric school buses that already broke out. Man, the whole sector is going. Fubo hitting new highs. Soxel is gonna stop me out of my short. Very, very good. I'm happy about that. It held it undercut and held the 20-day. This is very bullish. A candle like this is super bullish. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Very bullish. You know, I talk about it all the time. You know, a stock or an index, it could be down on the day and still be like super bullish. And this is one of, you know, anytime you get a strongly trending stock or index or ETF undercutting rising support and closing strong, that's super bullish most of the time. GRWG. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, Mara, holy shit. Wow. It's already a double from the rebuy. Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ. I mean, we are in a special market right now. Holy shit. This is a special market. I'm not long APXD now. Yes, I got stopped out of Palantir a long time ago. Is NIU a good setup now? Yeah, it's a great looking setup. Higher lows, been surfing the 50 as big range here. It's a big, yeah, I think it's a really good setup. Would be better if it breaks out tomorrow though. APXT, it's not a EV or battery related name. That's the problem. That's the only thing I don't like about this one. It's not a battery or EV related, but it is a SPAC. I mean, there's so many stocks that just go, what, laser too? Holy, look at the bounce of the 20. I keep talking about the 10 and 20 for the momentum stocks. They work so well. I covered my shares on the close on this day here, when it closed on the 20. Right on the support. This was so close to a perfect trade. As close to a perfect trade you could have got. I rarely do I rarely have perfect exits, but laser was one of the rare occasions I have a perfect exit. Like entries are easy to get perfect, but exits are they're so tough. They're always like stupid in hindsight. You're either too early or you're too late. It's never just right, or very rare. NIO, I think NIO needs to set up. Yeah, I cheated. I looked at the moving average. Like I keep telling you guys, the moving averages on the momentum stocks, it's like cheating. It's a little bit like cheating. It's the closest thing you can get to legally cheat in the stock market. It's a secret hidden in plain sight. My time played on Val, it's not too bad, maybe 300 days. It's not a lot. I know people who have like, I don't know, thousands of days played because they've been playing like non-stop since like 2006. Like there are people all they do is play World of Warcraft and stream. How many days played does Asmongold have? Like 3,000, right? Something like that. All he does is play World of Warcraft like 12 hours per day. Obviously, like he makes a lot of money off of it, but there's a lot of people who don't make a lot of money and they still play. Yeah, I know, it's insane. Like Asmongold, like he makes millions. Well, yeah, you know, the best thing if you can combine your addiction and make it a business and make money, yeah, it's called a job. But a lot of these, you know, like there are streamers that only have like a few hundred viewers and play like World of Warcraft day in day out. Like they can't be making a lot of money. I mean, they're guaranteed they're living on social welfare. Guaranteed. There's no way they're making any money. There's no way you can live off of only having a few hundred viewers. Do you regret all the time? Nah, not really. I learned a lot from games. If I hadn't played World of Warcraft, I wouldn't have become a successful trader. I'm telling you guys. I learned a lot from World of Warcraft. Anywho. Yeah. Looks like the spec money is starting to go crazy again. A lot of these specs are triggering and this and that. How does it translate to trading? Well, you figure out the mechanics. What you do in World of Warcraft, you want to become a good player, you have to figure out the mechanics. You have to understand the numbers behind. You have to understand like all the mechanics of the different like classes and the equipment and all of these things, how all these mechanics work. Like armor and critical damage and this and that and blah blah yada yada. That's the same thing you have to do with the stock market. You have to figure out the underlying mechanics, and then you can, just as in World of Warcraft, you have to exploit the weakness of your opponents, right? The same thing, you exploit the stock market. You can get an edge. If you understand the game, you have a big edge over someone who doesn't understand the game, right? Same thing in a stock market. If you understand the mechanics behind, you can exploit them. Well, not exploit them, but you can use it to your advantage. And then you combine it with a grind. You have to, there's a big grind. If you haven't played World of Warcraft, yeah, it's a lot of grinding. Let's just say that. You better have no life. If you want to start playing World of Warcraft, make sure you have no life. Goes for trading too. It's much easier if you have no life. I can't imagine people having families and being like middle-aged, having jobs, starting trading. It's kind of crazy. I was lucky. I started when I was in my early 20s. I was single. I didn't have any mortgages. I didn't have any of that. I could focus on just trading. That's the key. You really need to focus. Spending a few hours per day, it's if you want to, it's hard, man. It's hard when you have 3 girlfriends. Yeah, I can't imagine starting trading having 3 girlfriends. I feel for you, man. Yes, I did have a job, but I kind of stopped going to my job. Exactly, you have the DPS rotations. Exactly, yeah, and you have to like optimize the gear, right? Different combinations of gear and the talent tree, all of these things, and then and in PvP you have to understand the other classes' talent trees and rotations and stuff like that. So it's a very complex game. It's super complex. It takes a lot of time to become good at it. It's the same thing with the trading. With trading. Yeah, it is true. The stock market is pretty much a video game. You kind of, in a way, in a way, it is. Like you can. It's like yeah, you figure out the mechanics. You figure out how things work. Obviously, you're never gonna figure it out completely. There's always gonna be a lot of random things happening, but certain things repeat over and over again. Certain patterns, certain themes. And once you understand that, you can use it to your advantage. Once you understand it, you can have a big edge. And most people, they never bother learning. They just do random shit based on, I don't know, they follow other people, they follow alerts, they follow their gut feeling, but they never really spend a lot of time trying to understand how do stocks move. They never spend, most people don't spend any time getting an edge. Just do random things most of the time. And sometimes, like this year, there's a lot of newly minted millionaires just because the market has been right for certain type of aggressive behavior. It's been very forgiving. And 95%, if not 99% of them are gonna give it all back. Eventually. because they don't have any edge. What they're doing is just gambling, and they've been lucky for now. That's exactly what happened in 99, 2002. A lot of people made fortunes. People quit their day jobs, day trade, and most of them, they just gave it all back. And some gave even back even more than they made. Yeah, VLDR is setting up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like World of Warcraft. There's new expansions coming out every couple of years, and the game mechanics change. And it's the same thing with the stock market. You have to adapt. What worked a couple of weeks, months ago, or years ago may not work in the next couple of weeks, months, or years. You're learning trading to improve your World of Warcraft patch adaptation? Yeah. No, this year is the buffed version. It's like 2020, it's like trading an overpowered class before they nerf it. Like every expansion you have a class that's totally overpowered, like in PvE or PvP or in certain scenarios. This is 2020. You're playing that class. And it's gonna get nerfed eventually. When? We don't know. Yeah, it's all, yeah. Exactly. Us nerds are ruling the world. Who would have thought? 20 years ago, 15 years ago, we were bullied and now we're ruling the world. Well, I'm still bullied. Hey, David, have you bullied me today? I think David has been pretty nice to me today. Fucking boomer. He's gone. If you retire during a bear market, where should I go to learn how to trade during? What do you mean? Like, there's plenty of content out there. All you need is the type exclamation mark YouTube and you're set. Man, all these all these like anything with vehicle or battery in their name is going. Yeah, William O'Neill's book is the best. World of Warcraft, are you still streaming? Nope. I haven't played World of Warcraft in over a year. Yeah, I have like 200 videos on YouTube. If not more, 300, 400 maybe even. No, I haven't played Cyberpunk in a few days. I think I'm gonna wait for even more patches. They need to improve the game a bit. It's just, I mean, it had the potential to be so good, like literally so good, but they just rushed it. They wanted to do too many things and they just rushed it. They just messed it up so bad. There's, why is the swim school? What do you mean swim school? Because it's one of my moderators. Yeah, CD Projekt Dead. They had like, oh my god, you know, yeah. They messed up their reputation. They had such a good reputation at The Witcher 3. Oh my god. I actually, to be honest, I'd rather replay Witcher 3 than to continue the playing Cyberpunk. I thought about replaying Witcher 3 several times. It takes so long, but man, it's such a good game. I've never engaged in a game like in Witcher 3. Did you beat the DLCs? What do you mean beat the DLCs? You mean Hearts of Stone and the Blood and Wine? Yes. Blood and Wine was fucking awesome. Yeah, man. Sometimes I just listen to the Witcher 3 soundtrack. It's so good, especially the Skellig soundtracks. They're so amazing. Yeah, Blood and Wine was so good. Yeah, absolutely amazing. I loved it. Yeah. I hope they do a Witcher 4 where you can play as Ciri. That would be great. Did you rebuy SB? Well, I never got stopped out of everything. But yeah, I have added back some. Where is it? I've added back some. Yeah, it did just like QS. Same thing like QS did twice. Here, where I bought it, I got stopped out late day. It found support on a 10 EMA, started building higher lows, and late day, started grinding back. I rebought it. And the same thing happened here too. Stopped me out, found support in a 10-20 EMA, started grinding back with higher lows. I rebought it. And the same thing is happening with SB now. Stopped me out. Well, I kept a few shares, like a quarter. And now it found support on a 10 EMA, and now it's kind of building higher lows and grinding back. Same thing. Yes, I played Counter-Strike. Not the 1.6. I didn't play that much. I played mostly Counter-Strike Source and some the new one. Global Offensive, yeah. I was thinking about Condition Zero, but that was like a single player game, I think. When you're trading, well, first, yeah, I mean, You should probably spend at least a couple of, 10, 20, 30 hours just studying good setups. And then I think you're good to go. I mean, you can't learn if you don't do. I think paper trading is, I mean, you can do it obviously, but I don't know about the value of paper trading. I know I paper traded before I started trading live. I doubled my account in a couple of weeks, paper trading. But when I started trading with real money, I lost 90% in 2 months. So I don't know about the value of paper trading, to be honest. You gotta do it with live money. No, I don't have any solar stocks right now. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys something. I actually looked at it today. My traded paper trading journal. I looked at it today actually. I didn't know. I didn't remember. I still had it here. 2012. This is my paper trading journal from 2011. So I started with a hypothetical $50,000 account, and 23rd of May and 3rd of June. That's like less than 2 weeks. I had I tripled my account in 2 weeks, in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, I went from 50K to 217K in like 2 weeks. So I'm not really a fan of paper trading. I just don't think it's I don't know. I think it's kind of meaningless. Yeah, I was better. Yeah, I've never tripled my money as fast as when I was paper trading. And then I started trading with real money, and I lost 90% of it in 2 months. So, well, yeah. All I can say is, well, no comment. Oh my god, edit, what the fuck? This is insane. Yeah, I mean, this is not normal. This is what you get when the markets are, melt up mode. And there's nothing wrong with it, The melt up modes, that's when you make the most money as a swing trader. These types of market environments, they don't last forever, but you can make your year in a few weeks.
One thing I'm really good at is making notes, and I'm going to teach you how in 72 hours. So pay attention. This is going to take no time, and there's potentially hundreds or thousands.
Oh, what's this? I like TikTok investors.
Whatever you have to spare, and if you don't have any money right now, it's cool. We're about to get into 2 months check. Look up this stock, Plug Power. Code is Plug. It's trading at $32 a share. What they do is they make hydrogen fuel cell batteries, so like renewable energy. Also look up this one. A little bit more expensive. Oh shit, what the fuck? There we go. Look up this one. Innovative Industrial Properties. They build medical marijuana facilities in Manchester. A little bit more expensive, but worth it in the long run. If you don't believe me, here's when I tried to convince my dumbass friends a month ago that these are going to be worth some money. Proofs right here. Pause if you want to. This is how much they were worth November 6th. So interact with the city if you want to save money to TikTok. One thing I really
Wait, what?
is money TikTok.
Okay. Anyway. Airbnb is grinding back higher. A great day trading opportunity. Like this was a 5-star setup if you're a day trader. If you're a day trader, you miss this thing. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Like these types of setups, this is the best day trading setup. It's not even close. These type of mean reversion setups. That's how I made my first million. And I know, you shouldn't be shorting if you haven't made a million yet. That's what I recommend. Mom is calling. Yeah, I've explained that strategy like hundreds of times. I'm gonna go over it right now. Oh shit, it's already getting late. I didn't realize how long this stream was. I'm actually gonna cut the stream now. I need to eat. I'm getting super hungry here. You can only live off of Nocco for so long. Sooner or later you need real calories. Pro tip. Exactly. Do what I say, don't do what I did do. Exactly. That's true. Okay, guys. Good luck. See you tomorrow. Have fun.